Hey guys, so we are back looking at this engine again, checking it over. Something I did not tell you guys is that this engine, through a timing chain, it had 169,000 miles on it, and it blew the timing chain off of it. So we are going to be diving in to see what exactly is wrong with this engine. It's going to be an interesting process. I think so. Probably the first thing I'm going to do is take a lot of the small stuff off here, like some of these lines that are still on here. These the EGR stuff, this bracket, and probably we'll take probably a lot of these electrical connectors. I'm going to take this big coolant hose off here. We'll get down here to the high pressure fuel pump, take that off. Then we'll probably take the fuel rails and the injectors out, and probably the oil cooler and some of this other junk, and just kind of get the block itself and the cylinder heads cleaned up. Then we'll probably pop the valve covers off, and then we'll start getting down into the engine itself. Okay, I just noticed a little piece of info that I kind of wanted to show you guys real quick. On my Gen 1 2.7 liter engine, I do not have this little oil fill extender thing. See this right here? It's basically like an extender to get it up higher. I'm not exactly sure why they put that on there. Maybe it's just easier to get to, I don't know. But as you can see, that is exactly what mine looks like. And it still has the little tabs, so you could literally put the oil cap on there still. But obviously, there's this little thing. So I think I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna stick this on my engine. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew the oil filter. I'm just really curious to see what it's like. Honestly, looks like a pretty new filter. It's got, those seals look pretty brand new. If this filter's not broken, I'm actually gonna reuse this filter case, because mine is actually, on my truck, is actually broken. It still works fine, but it's this little shaft right here at the very bottom is broken. So probably gonna salvage this one, use it on my truck if this one's not broken. But I don't see any junk in there. Looks pretty clean. Another little update here as I dig deeper into this engine. The 2018 2.7 valve covers are actually different than the Gen 1. If you look here, you see this plastic here around the intake runners. And it's literally built into the valve cover. The valve cover literally is that entire piece and this whole piece. As you can see, this line here on the metal, that's the entire valve cover. So in order to replace the valve cover on a 2018, you would have to take the intake manifold off. On my truck, which is a 2016, I do not have to take the intake manifold off. My valve cover stops right here, and this is not plastic, it's the actual metal part of the cylinder head. Right, here is the high pressure fuel pump. Looks pretty good to me. Looks like it's in really good shape. All right, guys, so I'm gonna pull a couple of these spark plugs because I wanna see what they look like. They're all still in here on both sides. All right, so this is what we got going here. These plugs, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Could be just from it sitting in there, but the one side is worse. If I can get it to focus. Focus, there we go. This one's kind of dirty. And these are NGK iridiums, and looks like we got some cracking there. Serious amount of cracking on these plugs. That's definitely not good. I don't really like using anything other than Motorcraft SP594 plugs. This one's got some coolant on it, so that could be why it could have just dumped in there when they were taking stuff off the engine. But this side definitely looks cleaner. These ones look a little bit better. I'm not exactly sure what this white stuff is. It's like some white powder. Kind of bizarre, but these ones definitely look a little bit better. I'm gonna keep them organized like this so that if I were to look back at them, I can know which cylinder was which. All right, guys, so we're gonna take out the valve covers, and I'm gonna start with the side that's not damaged first, and we'll dive into the damaged side next, but let's get right into it. A couple pries with the screwdriver. So it's actually looking pretty clean. This is what 169,000 miles looks like. This is looking very clean. I don't see the timing, or the timing chain's actually still on here. I'm actually really curious to see what the other side looks like. Maybe somebody misunderstood what happened to this engine. All right, guys, we are taking off the side with the big hole in it. So I'm very curious to see what we're gonna find when we take this off. All right, guys, so I started popping the oil pan off of here, and something fell out into my drain right here. This looks to me like a piece of cam phaser. Let's investigate some more. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this the rest of the way off here. Okay. Let's take a look. Oh boy. We've got some things here in the pan. Got another piece right here. We've got another piece right here. got something down here. Looks like a little plastic thing of some sort. It looks like it's it. Oh, there's a little piece of, a little tiny piece of round metal here. Not exactly sure. It looks like it's definitely broken. It's the end of a pin of some sort. So I'm gonna put that in my little pile there. It looks like we've got, look at this. Another broken tooth right here. Major problems here because you don't want to see a bunch of teeth like that just hanging out. So I'm gonna dig into this thing some more, and I will keep updating you guys on what I find, because I'm very curious to see what exactly broke. It looks like it's possible it was like a sprocket thing like this, but I'm very curious as to why that broke. So we'll keep looking into this thing. All right, guys, I'm headed out to do a data log on a new tune from Tori at Unleashed Tuning. He made some adjustments to the tune in terms of fueling because my injectors are not giving enough fuel. So we're gonna be fixing that problem in a later video. But just for today, I want to make sure the tune is running well, because this coming Wednesday, I'm going to be hopefully racing 3.5 Ecoboost F-150, and maybe even some 5.0 F-150s as well. But we're going to go give this thing a run real quick, see how it does, make sure everything's good, send it off to Tori, and just keep your eyes peeled. Who knows? Maybe we'll break a record tonight. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Alrighty, guys. We're going to go for our quarter-mile run right now. Lock her in four-wheel drive. Make sure she's in four-wheel drive. Here we go.
$30, $60, quarter mile.
Well, guys, that's a wrap for the abandoned Ecoboost engine part 2, and I'll be getting back to this as soon as I can. I got to pick up a few tools and grab a few other things, so we'll get back to this as soon as we can, and we'll see you guys next time.